Recording. Welcome back to another episode of Pan's Picks, where I go week by week of a specific team and pick what the probability of them winning each game, and at the end we come up with a total win count. With me, as always, is the man who lives in the dumpster behind the 7-Eleven down the street, Bill. Bill, is that you?
Hey, how's it going?
How's the internet service over there?
A little shoddy, but we'll manage.
All right. Who we got this week?
This week we have the New York Jets. Last year they were 4-13, finishing last in the AFC East. We got Zach Wilson being followed up by Joe Flacco this year. Maybe a little bit of mentorship that could help him out. Zach had 9 touchdowns last year with 11 interceptions. Do you think he can double that total output of touchdowns this year while keeping those turnovers in check?
Yeah, it's not a good look to have the same amount of touchdowns as interceptions. It's not the 1960s anymore. You can't really pull that off in the 2020s. All right, let's get into it. Let's pull up the schedule. Beautiful. Week 1. Hosting Baltimore. I'm going to give them a 0% chance. Sorry. Baltimore's a very good team. I think they're going to be better this year. Mar Jackson's going to be good. And that's about it. That's all I got to say. Week 2. At Cleveland. I'm going to give them a 25% chance. I know they don't have Watson yet, but it is at Cleveland. Cleveland's got quite a home crowd, and maybe the home crowd is going to keep them, they're going to keep them excited through the second week of the season while they wait for Watson to come back. Hosting Cincinnati. Week 3. I think.
Oh, hold on.
That this is a hot pick.
Oh.
Oh.
It is a hot pick.
All right.
We have Cincinnati at the Jets. Last year, Cincinnati was leading going into the fourth quarter with Mike White. He took charge of the game with 2 touchdowns late, and they beat Cincinnati. Huge upset. So at home,
it's one of their 4 wins.
Burrow. It's Wilson and Burrow, the 2 meme players of the year. I'm taking Burrow to cover 4.5.
Wow, they're only giving Cincinnati 4.5 away. Okay, yeah. I mean, I was gonna give this one a 25%. I wasn't even gonna go 50%. So absolutely, I think they'll cover a 4-point win. I think Cincinnati's much better than the New York Jets, but I mean, maybe. Yeah, the meme quarterbacks. Zach Wilson's got his situations going on, right? With his girlfriend and his girlfriend's mom's friend. Or his mom's friend.
His mom's friend?
Yeah, very, very cool. So,
yeah, good for him.
Maybe this is going to work out for him, especially in particular in this Cincinnati game. I'm going to give it a 25% chance, though. I agree Cincinnati will definitely cover and most likely win this game. All right, week 4 at Pittsburgh. I don't know why. They've had a tough beginning, and I'm just feeling like Pittsburgh's not going to have it all the way together, though. And this could be a 50-50 that I'll still take Pittsburgh, but I'm going to give it a 50-50. I'll still take Pittsburgh. Though. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have that as a 50-50. Yeah, I would definitely same boat. Take Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, but if the New York Jets won, we wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely.
At home against Miami, tough division matchup. 25% chance. Miami has so much talent. It's insane now with Tyreek Hill. And 32nd ranked defense last year. I just don't see him pulling it off. At Green Bay, we'll just give that a 0, and we can just move on to week 7. At Denver. I'm going to give it 25%. I think they can do. I think they can a little bit better chance against Denver. I think Green Bay's too solid. Denver might still be trying to figure it out. Although Russell Wilson historically always starts the season really, really well, so maybe this is how that's going to go. Home against New England. I'm going to be a little bold here, and I'm going to give him a 50. I'm going to give him 50-50, but I think New England's going to win. But I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think New England. I think Zach Wilson can get a lot better. New England, there's just something funky going on, and I think they could be due for a loss at that time. I don't know New England's schedule right now, but I'm going to give the New York Jets a nice play against New England, and then they're going to host Buffalo, and then they are going to lose 100%. Not just because I am quite a big fan of the Bills, but because the Bills are very good, and the Jets are not that good. Bye week, at New England, switch it back to 25%. That's a quick turnaround for the New England games. It's a lot of New England. All they got, New England, Buffalo, bye, New England. 25%. And then we're going to go to week 12. Chicago. It's going to give it a 50-50. Ooh. Hot pick. I see. I agree. This should be a hot pick. 50-50. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so the Jets are minus 2.5 in this matchup. Both 2021 draft picks, Fields and Wilson. So a little bit of a rivalry potentially starting to brew if they continue to have a successful career. Neither of them have weapons around them. And I'm going to take Chicago with the points, especially because the Jets defense was ranked last season. So,
all right. Now I'm going to throw this out there. They do have Robert Saleh, who was a good defense coordinator, now their head coach. But this is in New York, and I'm gonna give the homers. Like I said, I'm here in the audience here. I'm listening to it. I hear the crowd shouting here in this Jets stadium. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Jets on this one over the Chicago Bears. But
the Jets to cover.
Jets to cover. Yes, give it to me. Look at this beauty. Right. Come on. All right, week 13 at Minnesota. 0.25. I'm going to give them some feeling of a chance, I guess. This might be more towards like a 13%, but since I don't want to muddy things up with smaller percentages, this is close to a 0 for me, but I'm going to still stick with the 0.25. Week 14 at Buffalo, 0. Move on. Week 15, hosting Detroit. Oh my goodness, this gives me I don't know why, but I'm getting a feeling that I could give him a 7.5 on this one. And I kind of, I'm going to give it to him. Zach Wilson, it's going to be towards the end of the season. They're going to be feeling good. They're going to be hosting. He's going to be feeling better is what I mean. Zach Wilson's going to be feeling better. He's going to be feeling good. Let's give it a 75%. Next week, hosting Jacksonville. 50. I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars will be a little bit better. I might still give it to the. I think I'm still going to give it to the Jets. But yeah, but because of the home field advantage, but 50-50.
I also had them at 50-50, and I'd agree with you. I think that Jacksonville is in far worse shape than the Jets. I think the Jets have a little bit more upside this season.
Yeah. I know they had a great draft. I think they've got a good coach. That's why I'm kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt on some of these tighter teams that you would consider kind of in similar areas. But I think it's good. All right, at Seattle. I think I'm only giving them a 50-50 because it's at Seattle. I'd probably still pick them to win, but if this was at home, I would seriously be considering a 75%. But I'm going to give them a 50-50 at Seattle. And
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that especially Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle, a little bit of a cushy end of the year schedule when everybody's a little bumped and bruised. I see some momentum for the Jets finishing strong.
Yeah, and with a young quarterback too, I think towards the end of the season you can see them. Sometimes you can see them really pull it together, and I kind of see that. Like this could be the end of this season will make Jets fans very excited for 2023. At Miami, now this is really important because I'm not really sure where Miami is going to be at. if they're going to be, a team maybe that is comfortable in their 5th rank playoff position already. So because of that, at Miami, I'll just give it a 2-5 to end out the season. A nice little 2-5. Jets are looking kind of nice. I gave them a 7-5. I like that. So let's see the totals and see what Bill came up with compared to Vegas odds and what I have. All right. Okay. Yeah. 5 wins for me. Vegas says 5.5. I guess I'm still a little more down on them than Bill, and Bill seems to be a little more up on them than Las Vegas is. But I think we're all in agreement here. All these could swing 0.25 in either direction, and we could all just end up at 5.5 or something like that. So, cool. I'm excited about. I've heard a lot of good things about what they're doing in New York, and it seems like the team does have a bright future. It's kind of all this year will be the year where we see Zach Wilson probably mostly decide where the team's future is. If he is he could come out. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. This was what's funny is that if we were picking the Cincinnati Bengals last year, we might come up with similar numbers, and they're in the Super Bowl and they won 10 games. And if you were picking the 2019 season, or you're picking the 2019 season of the Buffalo Bills, for example, they might have been similar like this, and they ended up winning 10 games that year. So it really is about how much this team can pull it together. I know they geared up the team a lot more, and the second-year quarterback, if he passes for 4,000 yards, they might be pushing for the playoffs. That's what's interesting about the Jets here is like you keep on what you were at from the last season where they won 4 games, had the 32nd ranked defense, terrible turnover differential, but young quarterbacks with pretty solid physical capabilities can really change a team around. So this is exciting. This team is in an exciting moment, and that's why it's kind of fun to predict these outcomes. Billy, any final thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I mean, I don't know if that second year turnaround for him would really be that big, would really excel them to make the playoffs. I mean, that's a tough division.
Yeah.
Buffalo's obviously taken number 1. Miami and New England could easily split tied for second. So I see them in the bottom of the division again this year, but hopefully it's the right direction forward.
Yeah, because they're in the right. They're going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
When you're talking about teams like Atlanta, they're going in the wrong direction. It seems they might have a couple more rebuild years. The teams like the Jets and the Jaguars, I'm much more excited about. It seems like I like the coaching choices they have. I like the direction that they're going, and it really comes down to what's the quarterback going to do. You're sitting here. These are exciting seasons. For a fan that's been a fan of a team that's down in the dumps. This is a season where you can be like this, Zach Wilson could really make this team more of a 7-8 win team. And if you're still down here at the 5 wins like we've predicted, it really hinges on that. So my predictions, I'm not confident in at all in the sense of Vegas odds betting, because if Zach Wilson is very good, which he totally could be, everything totally changes. So. All right. I like what we came up with here. If you don't like it, then let me know and make your own and tell us what you think. Maybe your percentage is wrong. Maybe you're like, no way, they're totally going to beat the Cleveland Browns in the first game. I give them 75% or something. I don't know. Whatever you think, tell us in the comments. Do it yourself. You can pick between 0, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% for every game and make your own. And then I can complain about your choices, just like you complained about mine. Or we can support each other like Bill and I did. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.